All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and honor and glory unto YAHAWASHI, double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS, whom rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. Peace and blessing, salutation to the hopeful elect out there pushing this word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of YAHAWASHI, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in YAHAWASHI. All right, and what I want to get into, just another perspective, dealing with, the condition, all right, and the decay, the modern woman. Now, one thing I want to factor in as well, is that simp culture, all right, has played a major part in the behavior, okay, the behavior of modern women. There's a lot of simps, okay, and suckers that pretty much finance, okay, the behavior and the condition of the modern woman, because we live in a society where women are only expected to be women, especially if a woman looks good, they're rewarded. You have to understand, especially, if you have like simps that are rich, suckers that are rich or well-to-do, okay, the way that they reward, okay, this terrible behavior, all right, and they reward women with no skill sets just because they're a woman, that creates an unrealistic value that women have about themselves, and then it puts unrealistic expectations on regular men, average men. You got these women, being flown out over the weekend, going on yachts and going to different countries and eating at, these different exclusive restaurants and going on shopping sprees, and see what has happened. These men that are rich, okay, they are able to do this with a lot of women. They wine and dine them, have their fun with them, then they throw them back, into the population. And now the woman mindset is, this is my worth. If a man can't do this for me, okay, he's irrelevant. And that's why they look at a lot of women, modern women look at the average man, the working man, as irrelevant, because the average man can't match, what these other men have done with him for a week or two, a few months, So they want the average man. If the average man can't keep up their lifestyle that these simps and these suckers and these, these rich men, have, obtained for them, they look at the average, working man as nothing, which is that's just what it is. I speak about these things just to put facts out, man. Just analyzing things in the spirit. It is what it is, man. Nothing to cry about. They're just the circumstances that we live in, man. Okay? You had this guy, Zion Williamson, he just got, pretty much, the little chicks he was dealing with. He had a little porn star chick. Then he got his other little chick that he dealing with. He done got pregnant, which Jake is super stupid. And see, Zion Williamson is nothing but one of many men, all right, that do this, man. Okay? Dealing with the little porn star chick, he's giving her basically down there $1,000 a month. She's a porn star, so she's beyond ran through. Okay? There's nothing, but it shows you how much Esau has, enchanted men so much to value sex that highly, man. Okay? $1,000 a month, that's $1.2 million a year for some box. Okay? Because Esau has pretty much deified the woman in this society. And see, that goes back to the serpent. See, this, when Eve said it was good for the eyes, when Eve heard about the perks that came with being liberated. This is one of them. And see, that's why you have the average woman trying to go get these BBLs and the breast implants and trying to get their face made a certain way. They're trying to mimic these women who are, being flown out, okay? Who are able to go from athletes to rappers and entertainers. They trying to get in that circle, okay? Where they can live these exclusive lifestyles of being pretty much a high value thought, okay? A high value whore. That's what these women are flying down there and spending their life savings and, going broke trying to get, these bodies to look like these women that these rich men are flying out, because those women are constantly posting on Instagram and they don't have jobs. They just able to fly here and fly there and but this is the way of the West, okay? That Queen of Heaven worship, man, okay? So the current mindset of the modern woman has a lot to do, with simps, suckers, and rich men, and like I say, they use these women up, okay, till they hit the wall, till they ran through, and they throw them back in the population. And now that woman is in the population looking at the average working man like, now it's your turn, come fix me. You see? Nah, man, this cycle, of decay has to come to an end. It has to come to an end. And you look at this society, because the average man, working man, because we all, majority of men, we done did some simp things before. We done did some things. We done, did some sucker shit dealing with women, because a lot of times the average man comes from a place of being deprived, because this is a society where the average man, the working man, the regular job, as they say, the regular job, is pretty much irrelevant in this society. You see? Now, of course, a man with substance will have access, to the first choice of women, the better choice of women, because he has that substance, man. Multiple women and different things, because he will have substance, man. Okay? But what's happening is those men are running through those women and putting them back out there, man. Okay? Traumatized, okay? And they have these unrealistic expectations, man. You see? That's why Jake, just getting passports, or Jake just chilling, man. Because this is unrealistic. You have a lot of those dating coaches, for the dating coaches, trying to help Eve find dates, but they quit. I know 2 of them that said they quit, and it was basically because of the same thing, because women had unrealistic standards, man. Even women that have never been exposed to being flown out and, being wined and dined and pampered, by these rich men, they look at that and they think that's their worth. They look at, even just looking at it on social media, they try to equate that to, okay, I'm worth that. But nah, man, that's unrealistic. And then that's another thing, like when you look at the pay scale, the people that are paid all this money, okay, which their entertainment brings in a lot of revenue, so Esau was able to afford to pay these, these rappers, these athletes, Then you just have, the street niggas that get a lot of money, But then the way it's set up, Esau deliberately underpays like the working man. Like, of course they ain't gonna make the money that these entertainers and these athletes make, okay? But the working man should, make well above what they make. And some of these jobs, man, like these, some laborious, back-breaking jobs, man. It wouldn't be no arena to play in if you didn't have the regular laborers, Okay, wouldn't be no restaurants and rooftops to go to if it wasn't with regular laborers, man. Okay, there wouldn't be no yachts, okay, to cruise on if it wasn't for the laboring man, you know. And like I said, the average man wouldn't have to be a millionaire, but the average man should be decent, man, to where he can take care of his situation, man, without working 14, 15, 16 hours, man. It's just a real, it's just a real out of whack system, you know. And the average man making that less of money compared, because there's, you know, you gotta understand that the scale is so backwards to where you have, you know, certain athletes that make what Jake make, all right, that make in a week or what Jake make in 5 years, man. It's extremely, okay, out of whack. With the pay scale is extremely out of whack, man. Okay? There's no way it should be that uneven, man. You know? You got Nick Saban, that coach, you know, for Alabama. You know, he makes $800,000 a week. Okay? So when Jake is making $50,000 a year, it would take Jake 16 years to make what this man makes in a week, man. Like, the pay scale is ridiculously out of proportion, man. You see, it's like, goddamn. Because they could do way better than what they do, but it's the devil. So it ain't like, you know, this a cry for more wages, but they're just going into, you know, how disproportionate, you know, the wages are, man. And Esau does that intentionally, man, because he knows, you know, you know, as for a man, you know, your ability to earn, okay, it does, you know, add to your confidence and you know, you see. But a lot of men come from a place of desperation. When they get a woman, you know, that look good, you see, they'll put up with the madness and the bad attitude, you know, just for the fact that they got a woman there. Like they, you know, that, like, that's a great accomplishment, man. You know, and this what fuels the behavior of the modern woman, is that she can say anything, do anything, feel any type of way. She doesn't have to put out. She don't have to do nothing special. You know, just be. Okay, and it came from this society, man. Okay, there's a heavy simp culture. There's a heavy, you know, culture of pampering women, you know, that look a certain way. Okay, and that's what has framed the mindset of the modern woman, you know. But we come to a time when none of that's going to matter. You see, the Lord is finna put everybody on the even playing field, man. Okay, the Lord is finna shake things up, man. This false reality, all right, is finna get bust up, man. All right, the Lord finna break this thing up, and there's finna be a lot of suffering in the earth, man. Okay, that's why I said that in I get this precept real quick. I close it out. I ain't gonna make it long. All right, this is the book of 2nd Esdras. It's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 8, verse 50 says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." You know, and this current society has, you know, people full of pride, man, especially the woman, especially a woman that looks good, man, because she's pretty much worshipped as a deity, you know, on this social media. You know, she enjoys all these perks, you know, of all these different men's resources, you know, going back to the serpent. All right, the serpent, you know, he was showing Eve these things. He was putting Eve down, like, look, this how it can be. You see, you know, you can get abortions. You really don't have to deal with the children. You know, you can, you know, do your thing. All right. So this is, you know, what we see playing out. You know, and I got some more documentaries I've been watching, man. We're gonna get into these things, man. We're gonna tap into it. You know, the spirit, you know, just been dealing with this heavy, man. So we're gonna roll with it, you know. So yeah, I just want to touch on that as well, just get their perspective, man. You know, just how, you know, this society of men, you know, has been groomed, you know, to worship, you know, and deify women, you know. That's why, you know, we had to be broken out of that darkness, man. We had to be pulled out of that darkness, man. Okay? So Lord will, you brothers and you few sisters edified till the next time I say shalom.